Hello, YouTubers. Reloading Bench back with you once again. And depending on when I publish, I know I made a video about this can of Folgers because it took me a while to remember the jingle. So for those of you who grew up in the 70s, Folgers was the middle-class brand of ground coffee, and the jingle was, "The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup." So I tried to come up with a jingle that would rhyme, and I failed on the fact that these are pew pew projectiles. And these are, 357. Yes, maybe early dementia onslaught. So I made a video about these. Great deal. I think these are Montana Golds. Great price. Gentleman who's getting out of reloading and shooting for particular calibers got rid of them. And this was range pickup. So the reason for this video is to combine these two for the latest addition to the channel, because these are 357/38 special. These happen to be 38 special. I think there might be some longer casing maybe for 357, but in any case, same bullet, and it'll go in the same place. So, oh, that's going to be a pretty bullet. Obviously, it would be, whoops, and that's not a pretty bullet. That's what I would call an over-enthusiastic push. Let's try that again. That looks a little more realistic. All right, so the reason for showcasing these two on this particular day, the Folgers in your cup. I would rather have water in my cup than Folgers, is for what we're going to showcase today. That's too cute. And that is this, or more appropriately, this. So, this is from the factory. This is a newer Python, stainless steel. But what makes this particular Python special, I don't know if you can see it, is its side label of DAV, model 12405. And that's an arrangement that Davidson's, which if you look them up on the internet, has with Colt to do some enhancements to the Python. So at first look, it's like, oh, it's one of those boring new Pythons. Yeah, that's a true statement. Boring in the sense that it's not the original. It's a reproduction. But I don't know if you can see that clearly. What makes this version of the Python a little special, and I've got the serial number covered, is the engraving. And I sure hope the camera can pick that up. That is stunning. And this engraving was done by Davidson's for Colt, which is why the actual Colt branded shipping container, carton, whatever you call that, contains the Davidson label. So it went from the Colt factory to Davidson's, and then Davidson sold it as their enhancement. And it is just absolutely, unfired, maybe from the factory a handful of times to make sure it functioned. Yes, it's been fired a few times. You can see the carbon. It will get cleaned and then put in this would be, I'll probably fire it a few times, so I'll probably take it out and shoot it, even the back strap. Take it out, shoot it, make the bullets, I don't think you're allowed on YouTube to show that particular process of loading a magazine or inserting a magazine, which is kind of interesting because inserting a magazine is the same as doing this. So maybe this video will get pulled, I don't know. But the the engraving is just stunning. And I'm sure this was done by a machine and not by hand. So I'm sure somebody will ask, well, is it hand engraving? And in this day and age, considering what they were selling this for, so if you go out and look on Davidson's website, it's for sale today. It's much more expensive than the MSRP of the stainless, the stock stainless Colt. I don't know if they upgraded the grips or if these are the standard grips that come with the new stainless Colt. I do not know. They're good looking. You know, they're not as nice as, they look like a laminate. They're not as nice, in my opinion, as the original Python grips. But this isn't an original Python. So you have to take all of that into consideration. But this does fulfill a desire that we as a family have had. And that's what makes putting it on the channel so cool, of owning an engraved firearm, a nicely engraved. So if I were to buy, you know, this Colt today, the standard version, and then send it off to have this degree of engraving done, it would cost a fortune. So, you know, call this the package deal, call it whatever you want. It was a great pickup, and I think it's going to be a great addition to the channel. It is just absolutely gorgeous. So this will get some oohs and ahs at the range, and we'll do a range report after taking it out and seeing how well it performs with our Montana Golds. And we'll probably shoot some, some 38 special, as well as the bigger case 357. And we'll report back out. But absolutely stunning pickup on an engraved Colt. As close as we're going to get to factory engraving, unless Colt starts factory engraving these particular firearms. But yeah, just a very, very nice job. And again, I really hope that the camera picks all of that detail up. I mean, it is just stunning. Even on the ribs, the lug, all the way, you know, not just on the sides of the lug, but completely on the underlug. And again, the back strap. Didn't do anything on the top strap for anti-glare. I'm sure the engraving would have cut in and created some shiny spots with the metal. But truly, truly beautiful. What would be nice is to have a blued version of this as well. And for those who follow the Colt segment under CZ now, if you saw it shot, they just announced the 4 and 6 inch version of the carbon steel blued Python, which then means the Anaconda and every other will come out. In fact, I was debating when I was talking to my local shop whether they're going to do a Grizzly and a Kodiak remake, or some of the other more rare BOA snake guns. So more to come on this one. Absolutely stunning. It's breathtaking in person. Trust me. Take care, folks.